Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl Luv2SpendDown2SaveLiving, and today I have a really fun, simple, and inexpensive DIY. This is it right here, guys, and I'm just so happy and so proud of it. I'm not a crafty person by nature, but I really do enjoy doing crafts as an outlet. So coming from somebody who's not very crafty, I can tell you that it was a very simple project. I was actually able to put this together in under an hour. And the items that you see here are items that are from the Dollar Tree. It's inspired by only items from the Dollar Tree, and whatever other items I used were items that were already, that I had already at home. So it wasn't anything, extra that I went and bought out there. Altogether, this project cost me under $8. So I just think it's just fabulous, because like I said, I'm not very crafty. So anything that, is not falling apart for me is fabulous. But, on a serious note, I really wanted to share these things because these are things that I do, not just for videos, but these are things that I do on a daily basis because, like most of you, I'm a mom, I have a family, and I'm also on a budget. I don't feel that I have to go out there and spend tons of money to have my house look good. I think that things can be done on a budget, and you can create something inspired by maybe a more expensive item, but something that you saw, and then create something that's very similar but costs a lot less. And so that's where this inspiration came from, because I had gone to a few stores looking at lots of the fall decor, and I had noticed that a lot of these flower arrangements are kind of pricey. So I thought it would be really exciting and fun to try to create something on my own and something that I could put together on a budget. And I did. I literally made this under $10, and I'm really excited about that. And one of the reasons why I also want to share this is because I want people to know out there that you don't have to have a lot of money to make your house look good and decorate for the holidays. You just have to have, that willingness to be creative and to kind of look outside of the box, if you will. I know a lot of you DIYers out there know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like the DIY eye. And I never had that until I started doing a lot of these do-it-yourself projects. And the DIY for me eye is, being able to look at an object and not look at it for what it is at that moment, but for the potential of what it can be. And so when you learn to look at things like that, you can see beauty in something that somebody would think was just, oh my God, you're not going to buy that, are you? And it's like, yeah, I am, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. And many times I will, show that person the item after I've kind of, hooked it up, and they're just like, oh, where'd you get that? And I'm like, remember that thing that you thought was hideous? Well, this is it. So it's all about creativity. And so I just kind of want you guys to know that, like I said, if I'm telling you that this is simple, believe you me, because I am not somebody that's super crafty. So this was very simple. Another thing that I want to mention is that I don't have the camera or the editing experience to kind of put together those really awesome and fabulous DIY videos that you see on YouTube. So I can only give you guys what I have access to, and hope that you guys like it, and just know that it may not be as fancy, but there's a lot of love behind it. There's a lot of care. There's a lot of, wantingness to share and be a part of your lives. So I hope that counts for something. And also, I just want people to see my channel as just being unique, as everyone should see everyone's channel. I think so many times, just not on YouTube, but in general, there's just so much comparing, and I really truly believe that comparing is really the thief of happiness. You know, you gotta just be happy with where you are and what you can do. You know, I may not be able to come and put together something really amazing like some other person can, but I put this together, and you know what? I feel good about that. So that's the kind of like spirit and attitude that you kind of have to be at peace and be happy in this world. So I know I kind of took you guys in another direction there, but I just had that, you know, in my heart, and I kind of wanted to share that. But these are some of the items that you're going to need. So you're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need this Spanish moss that you can buy at the Dollar Tree. It's the Crafter's Square. You're going to need one mini grass, mini flower with grass, one of these. Then you're going to need a set of flowers. I got the dahlias, and I got it in this like kind of orangey mustard color. Then you're going to need another set of flowers. I got the same kind of flowers, but just in a different color. This is more like a khaki type of mustard color. And then these little scarecrows, and this is really awesome because you get 2 of them for $1. Then of course you're going to need a glue gun and some extra glue sticks in case you need them. You're going to need a roll of the Floral Garden burlap ribbon. You're going to need a bucket. I kind of put this in there because I had actually recorded prior to this, and I forget what was it that happened. What had happened was the phone had rang, and obviously it was my mom, so there's no way I was not going to answer it. I love my mom. And I ended up like cutting the video off, and like I said, because I don't have like the ability to like edit, you know, I got to like re-record the whole thing. So I'm really hoping to figure that out. And then you're going to need this little foam block. I'm just going to pull it out so you guys can see the size of it if it ever comes out. This is so crazy because it was coming out before with absolutely no problem, and now it's being I guess it's not going to come out. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to fight with it. It's obviously, you know, very comfy and cozy in there. I've only removed it and stuck it in there like a gazillion times. So I guess it's like, girl, you're not pulling me out and sticking me back in here again. So that's the little foam block that they sell at the Dollar Tree. Now, I was lucky enough that when I went to the Dollar Tree, I actually found these that were there. They had other ones that were shorter and wider, so make sure you get the tall ones because, I don't know, that screams more like a vase kind of thing, and I thought that it looked better, you know, in a flower arrangement because it resembled more of a vase. And so all of the ones that were there at that Dollar Tree had the little block inside of it, and it has 3 little holes because like I said, when I had recorded earlier, I had put some of the flowers in and poke the hole in there. But anyway, it doesn't come with those little holes in it. So I got like a 2-for-1 kind of thing because when I went back, maybe like a week later, they were actually selling them separate. So this cost me like under $8, but if you have to buy these separately for any reason, it's only $1 more. So you're still under that $10, you know, kind of range. So it's no big deal. So that's that. So let's start with what we're going to do first. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is put the block inside of there. Of course, mine was already in there. So, but if it's not, you're going to do that. Then you're going to grab like a handful of your moss. It comes like really, really packed together. So you're just going to want to spread it out, pull on it, stretch it, and then you're going to take your hot glue gun and you're going to kind of glue the bottom of it, and then you're going to take that, stick it inside, and you're going to just press down and stick it. The reason for this is that it's going to prevent your moss from, you know, moving all around and from coming out, especially if you want this to last a lot longer. So that's what you're going to do with that. Then, once you're done with that, you are going to begin painting. So as you can see here, I painted some flowers and I painted the rim. Okay, so the rim you just kind of painted. I used this paint here, which was a metallic gold paint. And this was, I didn't spend any money on this for this project because this was something that I had for a previous DIY that I had done. So I had this on hand. So I painted the rim of this. And then I know you guys probably see those flowers and you think, oh my God, she did those. Well, no, I've got to admit that I cheated a little bit because as you can see on this vase here, this metal vase, it has like the template already. Here are the little flowers. So all you have to do is follow that little pattern. So the very center is what I painted gold. And then guys, do you see this nail polish? I mean, does that not scream fall to you? The reason why I'm showing you that is because I actually used this for the petals. Yes, guys, I did. I went there. I used it. I don't know if there's any like specific rules, but I definitely broke them because I used it, and I'm glad that I did. Because I was looking for a kind of color. I didn't know how to really describe it, but I was looking for something that screams fall. I was mixing around some oranges. I couldn't, like orange color paints. I couldn't get it right. And then I was afraid to like add glitter because I didn't want it to be too messy especially because it's on the table. So I figured why not, and I did. So you're just going to use like a very, very thin brush because you want to make sure that you don't go out of the little, template circle there. And then it's really simple with the brush, with the nail polish because it already has the little brush. And so you just paint that and the rim and you let that just kind of sit and dry. Then as you noticed over here, you see like this little embellishment here. The reason for that is because I could not bring the burlap all the way around without being left with a gap. So in order to have it really tight, I had to kind of end it with a 2-inch or like a 2-inch gap in between. So I had to find something that I could fill that. Like what embellishment was I going to use? And then I was looking at some potpourri that I had, and I saw this really pretty flower. And I was like, yes, I can use this, and I kind of measured it, and it fit perfect to kind of close that little spot, So I took this, and I did the same kind of color pattern. This part I did yellow, I'm sorry, guys, gold, and then this part I did the nail polish color, which, by the way, I don't think I mentioned the name. It is called Lucky Penny. So then I just kind of let that dry. Then once that's dry, you're just going to take the stickers off of your flowers. We can start off with this guy. With this one, I didn't want the flowers to stand too high out because I wasn't using a whole lot of them. So I figured the closer that I kind of have them to the vase, the less empty space, and it's just going to create a more of a fuller look. Whereas if you kind of leave them a little bit longer, then you're just going to have to compensate with more flowers and more arrangements so that you don't have like this, puny looking arrangement, especially if you want it to look something like was store-bought or something. So I went ahead and cut down this first block off of the flower with grass one, and I used these scissors. But really, guys, if you guys have pliers, I would definitely opt to using that because inside of this is just not all plastic. There's actually wires in here, and it does not cut right through. It'll cut just like enough where then you'll have to bend it and twist it off and kind of fight with it a little bit. So to make things go a lot smoother, if you have pliers, that would be great. So that was what I did with that, and then you just kind of go and stick that in there and arrange that in there. And then you're going to take these, and with these, I went ahead and cut 2 of these. Has like 1 and 2, which is really great because I love the fact that they're cut like that because it helps you to remember where you cut. So then when you pick up the next one, you know exactly where you're supposed to cut. So I cut 2 of those off, and then I stuck that one in there. And then this one here, I did the same thing. Once again, I knew exactly where to cut. 1, 2. I cut that off, stuck that in there, and then I went ahead and took the little scarecrow picks, and then I also just stuck those in there. Okay? Then once I was done with all of that, I'm going to go ahead and remove everything so you guys can see what I did after that. So once everything is in there, you've arranged it, you kind of put it exactly how you want it. I chose to kind of put the scarecrow one on each side, and then put like the darker colored flowers, dahlias in the front, and then the lighter ones towards the back, and then this like flower with grass, I thought about putting it in the middle. And I just love that look. And I saw a lot of these in the ones that were at the store, so that's why I thought, wow, that would be really nice to add that. So then once that's done, the only thing left that you're going to have to do is your burlap and the flower that you've painted, you've let dry, and is just ready to be glued on. So then you're going to cut your burlap. You're just going to measure the burlap across the vase, okay? And you're going to cut, leaving a 2-inch gap, because this way you're going to ensure that it's a nice tight fit around, and you're not left with that gap. When you're doing the burlap, you're gonna take the little corner and you're just gonna glue that down, and then the piece that you cut, okay, you're just gonna, like I said, just glue. You don't have to do both ends. One end is perfectly fine, so you're gonna glue that in like that. And then once you're done with that, you're gonna fold it. I'm sorry guys, you know what? That's my mistake. You are actually going to fold this side, and then the other side that's cut around, you're also going to fold that side as well. So, my mistake. So then once both sides are folded like this, then you're going to take it and you're going to fold it in half. And you're just going to make sure that it's even together. You don't want to have like one piece overlapping the other. You just want it to sit perfectly like that, where it just, you know, gives the look like it came like that, and you know, you didn't fold it. So if there's any little like strings or pieces, you cut them off and you just kind of make it look really straight, really together. I would suggest gluing section by section and kind of pressing. Be careful because the hot glue can get very hot, and I kind of burn my fingers a couple times, but I always burn my fingers when I'm using the hot glue gun. I guess, I don't know, but you know, it wasn't like it was an intense burn or anything like that, but yeah, it's still a burn. So I kind of just press along. You don't want to add too much because you don't want there to be like lumps at all. So just a very, very like thin, long line, and then just press. So once you've got that going, just kind of keep putting, you know, pressure on it. You could even take like a book or something heavy, and set it on top so it just kind of flattens it. And then you're going to bring that around and you're going to begin gluing it. And once again, you're going to want to do that section by section, okay? So that little piece gets glued, and then you're going to glue under that and just continue doing it until you kind of go all around. You don't want to glue the whole thing before and not do it in sections, because then your glue is going to dry on this and it's going to like harden before you can actually stick it. So then once you're done with that, then the last part is just going to be to glue your flower in that very center, in that very gap. And voila, there you have it. You know, just like that, you have your very own fall flower arrangement. So I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, really simple, really fun, very affordable. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I would so appreciate that. I just love the support, especially because I'm so new to YouTube. And even though I don't have that many subscribers, I love all of you, and I appreciate every single one of you and your awesome comments. I just love that, and I just want to thank you guys. I would love for you guys to subscribe and be a part of my little crew. And yeah, you know, you guys will be up to date when I post like new videos. You'll be like the first ones to know. And so yeah guys, that's pretty much about it. I also wanted to mention that these little candle holders I got from the Dollar Tree, I was getting really bored with them, especially after I did the arrangement. I was like, they just look so boring, you know, and I kind of contemplated whether I was going to actually go and buy new ones. But then I just took the gold paint and I just painted the rims, and guys, I mean, I love it. You know, it just looks like they're brand new. And it just goes perfectly, and I didn't have to spend a dime. So that's really what it's all about. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. And till next time, guys, take care and God bless. Bye.